Oh, that's right now. Hi.
Camera shy.
Spontaneous. Oh, she's disappeared. So, hi.
Hi.
Mario?
Yes.
Tell me your name, your real name.
Kyle Pettergene.
And what kind of a character do you play in this particular play?
I play the mailman, and also the male love interest, I guess you could say, right? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
yes.
the male love interest.
And how did you prepare for this role as a fisherman? I'm not mailman in the fisherman village.
Well, when I found out last semester that I got cast in the part, I started trying to figure out what I was going to do. And I actually went out and bought a messenger bag and started using that as my bag to carry stuff around to get used to it. You've seen it.
Yes, I have.
I just bought that just for the show.
I did not know that.
And then the real stuff didn't start happening until rehearsal started. And that was a lot of character work and researching the text and all that. Just your basic script analysis stuff.
What's the biggest challenge you had in playing this role?
The egg scene, getting prepared for that, because that is a very, very big scene. So, getting ready for that.
I think they're all.
And what would you like the audience to take away from this play?
I would really like them to take away the beauty of it, because it is so poetic. And honestly, even though the egg scene was my hardest scene to prepare for, it is my absolute favorite, because with the egg dropping and then us walking and being in silhouette, it is the most beautiful moment of the whole show.
It's almost a visual, like a counterpart to the poetry of Neruda.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you. And what kind of, are you a theater major?
I'm actually a film production major and a theater minor.
And what would you like to do with that particular major?
I'd like to just pretty much anything in the field. I prefer to be on the set, but for the most part, anything will make me happy in that field, I guess.
Cool. Kyle, right?
Yes.
And what's your name?
Oh, I'm Tyler.
Tyler.
Yes.
Cool. Tell me about your role.
Well, me and my roommate / the assistant director, Travis, play fascist secret policemen who come in at the end to represent the death of the dream, I suppose.
Now, how do you see your role in the play in terms of because the play is very full of poetry, light, almost a musical quality, and obviously you come in at the end with this sort of tragic transfiguration of the whole thing.
When you look at what happened in Chile at the time, like that, a lot of that happened. There was so much life and so much art and so much hope, and then when that got taken away from the people, and the history of Chile became just awful after that for 30 years before it started to calm down. And the kind of art that was coming out of Chile at the time, and Neruda, of course, is the best example of it, but there was so much poetry and so much music coming out of Chile, and then all of that, it was almost destroyed because of the way with what the government did. And then so it's great that Mario is so representative of, you take that microcosm down, and you have a friend of Pablo Neruda's whose life is ruined because of his exposure, his involvement in that type of art, and just because he was involved in it, his life gets messed up because of the type of oppression that occurred.
Is there any kind of resonance would you like the audience here to take away in terms of parallels to what's going on today?
Well, actually, what I personally would like them to take away from this is more just that the exposure to a type of art that is not very common because of what happened to it, and that's why I'd like people to be able to explore that type of art and become exposed to it and explore it in their own time. Okay,
and what's this uncommon art that you want people to get exposed to?
Oh, it's just the poetry of Neruda and the poetry of the time, that kind of expressionistic poetry that really doesn't exist per se anymore. But now we gotta go take pictures taken.
Cool.
So
thank you very much.
Thank you,
Tyler.
Thank you very much.
That's Karen.
Let's go.
Karen.
I actually have to go. So.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Just.
I'm pretty sure. The last guy you just talked to is friends with Jeff.
Jeff Flatbed?
Yep, Flatbed Place. Jeff knows everything, so it's not too surprising.